So you're thinking about that next product manager role, right?
Hmm.
Trying to really, make that leap.
It's a competitive field, definitely.
And that CV, that first thing they see,
Hmm.
it's just got to be spot on. We've actually got this great document here that really breaks down what makes a PM's CV work, what makes it stand out.
Yeah, it gets into the real nitty-gritty, which is helpful.
Exactly. So our mission today, basically arm you with everything you need to know to build a CV that doesn't just list jobs, but really sells your skills, your impact.
Turning that piece of paper into a powerful story.
Precisely. So if you're looking to sharpen up your CV, get that PM job,
Hmm.
well, this deep dive is definitely for you.
What I like about the source is how it structures everything. It's not just about what you say, but how you present it. That presentation is key for grabbing attention quickly.
Couldn't agree more. Let's start right at the top, the header section. Seems basic, right?
You'd think so, but you can get it wrong.
Well, the document really stresses how can your name stand out. Like bigger font or bold, just immediate, that's who this is.
Makes sense. Easy recognition.
Then the contact details. Professional phone number, obviously, when you actually check.
Mm-hmm.
An email you monitor, also professional. And then just city and state or country. No need for the full street address, apparently.
Yeah, that's pretty standard now. Location context is enough for recruiters, usually. And that LinkedIn profile link.
Oh, yeah, it mentions that. It says optional, but is it really optional anymore?
Honestly, probably not. It's like your living CV, right? They can click through, see recommendations, posts. It adds depth if they're interested. Needs to be up to date, though.
Good point. Okay, moving down. Professional summary or objective. Objectives can feel a bit dated.
They can, yeah. But think of this section more as your hook, a really short, punchy intro.
So what needs to be in there? What's the goal?
It's your elevator pitch on paper. You need to quickly summarize your main expertise, maybe your biggest wins, and what you're aiming for next, specifically as a product manager.
Focus on the PM skills, years of experience, industry knowledge, key achievements.
Exactly. Distill it down. What makes you compelling for this kind of role?
The document gives an example, but it's for a project manager. Dedicated and results-driven project manager, etc. Skilled in Agile, stakeholder management, hitting deadlines. How would we tailor that for a product manager? What's the PM flavor?
You'd shift the language, talk about the product lifecycle ideation to launch, mention user research, market analysis, product strategy. Maybe something like driving product vision or developing roadmaps that led to X result. Same idea, results-driven, key skills, but focused on product outcomes.
Right, product outcomes. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, now the big one, work experience. Reverse chronological standard stuff.
Yeah, most recent first.
But the details matter. Job title, company, location, dates, month, and year. It's like building that clear career timeline.
Absolutely. And then the description for each role, that's where you make your case. It's not just listing tasks.
No, definitely not. It's about impact. The source says use bullet points, key responsibilities, achievements, project outcomes. And starting each bullet with a strong action verb.
Yeah, that's crucial. Makes it dynamic.
There's another example here. Senior product manager. Successfully managed a portfolio. Leading a cross-functional team. Resulting in a 30% increase in product completion rates. That resulting in. That's powerful.
That's the magic phrase, isn't it? Or variations of it. It connects your action directly to a measurable outcome. That's what recruiters want to see the value you delivered.
So it's not just I was responsible for managing a team. It's I led this team and this good thing happened because of it. With numbers.
Precisely. Efficiency gains, metric improvements, cost savings. Quantify it whenever you possibly can. It makes your contribution concrete, undeniable, really.
Okay, next section. Skills and competencies. The document splits this into technical and soft skills, which seems smart. For a PM, what falls under technical?
Well, it's often about the tools and methods. So project management software, Jira's a big one, Asana, Trello maybe. Methodologies, Agile, Scrum, maybe Waterfall, depending on the context. And increasingly, data analysis tools are becoming expected, knowing your way around data.
Right. And then the soft skills. Things like leadership, communication, problem solving. They can sound a bit fluffy, can't they? How do you make those land on a CV?
Yeah, just listing good communicator doesn't cut it. The trick is to weave them into your work experience bullet points. Show, don't just tell.
So instead of saying leadership skills,
You'd say something like, led a team of 10 engineers to launch product X, navigating complex stakeholder requirements and delivering ahead of schedule. The leadership is demonstrated in the action and the result.
gotcha, context is everything.
Exactly.
The doc also mentions certifications here, PMP, Prince2, KPM, list them, issuing body, date. Makes sense.
Yep, if you've got relevant certs, show them off.
STEM's education, again, reverse chronological. Degrees, schools, majors, dates, any key coursework if it's relevant.
Standard section.
But then there's another section later, professional certifications and training. What's the difference? Why list certs in two places?
Good question. So education is typically your formal academic stuff, university degrees, etc. The separate certifications and training section is more for specialized industry-specific credentials you gained outside that formal degree path.
Like an Agile certification or a specific product management course.
Exactly. Things that show ongoing professional development in your field.
Yeah.
It helps to group those together to highlight that specialized knowledge.
Okay, that clarifies it. Next up, professional achievements and awards. Seems straightforward. If you won something, put it down.
Absolutely. Awards for project delivery, team leadership, cost savings, product launches. These are gold.
Why are they so valuable?
It's third-party validation, isn't it? Someone else recognized your excellent work. Adds a lot of credibility.
Makes sense. Then professional affiliations and memberships, like PMI or maybe specific product management groups. If you're active, it says to mention roles or contributions. Why does that matter to an employer?
Shows you're engaged in the profession, you know? You're
Yeah.
keeping up with trends, networking. If you held a role like chapter secretary or something, it shows initiative, maybe leadership skills outside your day job. Paints a fuller picture.
Okay. And the optional bits. Languages include, if relevant for the job, specify fluency. Easy enough.
Yep.
And interests or hobbies. This one feels tricky. The doc says only mention them if they show relevant skills, teamwork in sports, leadership and volunteering.
Otherwise, probably leave it out. Relevance is key. Unless your hobby genuinely highlights something like strategic thinking or collaboration in a way that directly maps to PM skills, it's likely just taking up valuable space. Keep it focused.
Right. Keep the focus professional. Good advice. Okay, let's pivot to content and formatting best practices. This is where you polish it up. First point. Quantify achievements. We touched on this, but the doc really hammers it home. Use numbers, data. Why is this such a big deal?
Because numbers don't lie. They provide concrete proof of your impact. Saying you improved something is okay, but saying you improved user retention by 15%, that's specific, measurable, and much more convincing. Recruiters love quantifiable results.
It leaves no doubt about the value you brought.
Exactly.
And then, using strong action verbs. We mentioned this too. Spearheaded, implemented, optimized, delivered. Makes it sound more dynamic than just was responsible for.
Yeah, really. It makes you sound dynamic, proactive, like someone who gets things done, not just someone who fills a seat. It adds energy.
Totally. Another big one, keywords. This is for the applicant tracking systems, the ATS bots, right? How do people figure out which keywords to use?
The job description is your best friend here. Read it carefully. What terms do they use repeatedly? What specific skills are listed?
So you mirror their language.
Basically, yes. Weave those exact keywords and phrases naturally into your summary and your work experience descriptions. Don't just stuff them in unnaturally, but make sure they're present. It helps the ATS flag your CV as a good match. Gets you past the first filter.
Critical step. And then just basic good formatting. Clean, professional font, clear headings, consistent spacing, making it readable. I've seen some wild CVs.
Laughs slightly. Oh, me too. Look, recruiters are swamped. If your CV is a mess, hard to read, weird fonts, they might just skip it. A clean format shows professionalism, attention to detail, and it lets them find the info they need fast. Make it easy for them.
Makes total sense. And the final point here may be the most crucial. Proofread. Typos, grammatical errors. They can sink you, can't they?
Absolutely. It seems small, but it's just carelessness, maybe a lack of attention to detail, not qualities you want associated with a product manager. Read it forward, read it backward, get someone else to read it. Just make sure it's perfect.
Solid advice. Okay, let's circle back specifically to PM skills. Technical skills, we mentioned Jira. Agile, maybe data tools. The document says demonstrate how you use them.
Right. Not just know Jira. It's use Jira to manage Agile sprints, improving team velocity by X%. application and outcome.
And the soft skills, communication, leadership, problem solving, teamwork. Again, use examples. Give us a really good bullet point example for showcasing leadership.
Okay, how about led the cross-functional launch team for the new mobile app feature, effectively mediating between engineering and marketing priorities to deliver on time and 10% under budget. See, it shows leadership in action, mentions the functions involved, the challenge mediation, and the positive result on time under budget.
That's really clear. It tells a mini story.
Exactly.
And industry knowledge. If you have experience in their specific sector, highlight it. Why is that so valuable?
Because it means you'll likely understand their customers, their competitors, the market dynamics much faster. Less ramp-up time. It shows you can hit the ground running, potentially. Big advantage.
Okay, structure and formatting again, but focusing on impact. Conciseness, keep it to 1, maybe 2 pages max. Why is short so important for busy recruiters?
Time, basically. They might only spend, 10, 20 seconds on the first scan. You need your most impressive stuff to jump out immediately. If it's buried on page 3, they might never see it. Brevity forces you to prioritize your best achievements.
Get straight to the point.
Exactly. And again, professional format, clean font, spacing, headings, no distractions, just clear communication.
It should look as professional as you are.
Well put. The format should support the content, not fight it.
Now, this is super useful. The document talks about the STAR method for showcasing achievements. Can you break that down for us?
Sure. STAR is an acronym, stands for situation, task, action, result. It's just a really effective way to structure your achievement bullet points.
Okay, situation, task. What are they?
Situation is the context. What was the challenge or the project environment? Task is what you were specifically responsible for. What was your role? Action is what did you actually do? Use those strong verbs here. And result. Well, that's the outcome. What happened because of your action?
And that result part needs to be quantified whenever possible, right?
Absolutely. That's where the impact comes in. Using STAR helps you tell that complete little story for each achievement, and focusing on a measurable result makes it really powerful.
Yeah, that framework sounds incredibly helpful for writing those bullet points. The document has some great examples too, like led UX overhaul, boosting mobile app retention by 30% and engagement by 25%. That hits everything.
Yep. Leadership action, UX overhaul, task action, boosting retention engagement, result quantified. Very strong.
Or pioneered new subscription model, surpassing revenue targets by 15% in first year. Shows initiative, business impact.
Clearly links action to a major business metric revenue. Excellent.
And streamlined procurement process, slashing production costs by 10%, and boosting profitability. Again, clear action, clear financial benefit.
Shows efficiency, cost consciousness, understanding the bottom line. All good things.
Then some examples just for leadership. Mentored junior PMs, resulting in 20% productivity increase and improved team morale. Quantifies the impact of mentoring.
Shows you develop talent, which is key for leadership roles, and connects it to team performance.
Championed Agile adoption, accelerating development by 40% and enhancing product quality. Shows driving change, improving processes.
Demonstrates strategic implementation skills, understanding of methodologies, and their benefits.
And negotiated key vendor contracts, securing 15% cost reduction. Shows negotiation skills, direct financial contribution.
Right. Practical skills leading to tangible business benefits.
Okay, so the document wraps up with this big list of skills and certs, categorized. Foundational, advanced, tech, data analysis, project management, even things like lean and design thinking certs. It's quite comprehensive.
It is. It gives a great overview of the landscape. Foundational could be, a certified product manager or agile product owner. Advanced might be a Scrum Master cert. Safe, maybe Google Analytics IQ.
And tech skills covers a lot. Cloud platforms like AWS or Azure, design tools like Figma or Sketch, UI UX principles.
And data analysis skills, maybe Python or SQL, visualization tools like Tableau or Power BI, A/B testing knowledge.
Project management skills like specific agile methods, roadmap tools, prioritization techniques.
Yeah, it's a good checklist to think against, but the key thing to remember, and the document implies this, is that you don't need everything on this list.
Right. It's illustrative.
Exactly. It shows the types of things that are valued. You need to pick and choose what's most relevant for you and, crucially, for the specific jobs you're applying for. Tailor it.
Absolutely critical point.
Okay.
Okay, so wrapping this up, if you had to boil it down, what are the absolute must-dos for a standout product manager CV?
Okay, clear contact info, right up top. A really compelling summary, hook 'em early. Work experience focused on achievements, quantified results, strong action verbs. Use that STAR method.
Hmm.
Showcase the right mix of technical and soft skills with examples. Keep the format clean, professional, easy to scan, 1 or 2 pages max. And proofread it like your career depends on it because, well, it kind of does at this stage.
Fair point. It's about crafting that clear, concise, impactful story. Knowing your audience, the recruiter, the ATS.
Yep. Tell them why you're the solution to their problem.
Right. So here's a final thought for everyone listening. Your CV isn't a one-and-done document. It should be alive. You need to revisit it, update it, tailor it for every single role. So the question to leave you with is, what's one thing, just one action, you can take right now to make your product manager's CV even more impactful?